This week in Raider personnel. I have a guest here, Kenneth, one of the best fans, and since what, 96? Since you were
since I was born, some say.
Something like that. Something like that.
Like that, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think that was like the first time I went to a game. We lost
96, Jesus Christ, of
the
course.
Jaguars. I remember they had the black jerseys on. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, this week in Raiders, we got Minshew.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, look, he's a veteran. He's fun. The people love him. I think it's easier to move on from him to Aiden O'Connell instead of Aiden O'Connell to Minshew, because I feel like we go from Aiden O'Connell to Minshew is kind of like giving up on the season.
Yeah.
But look, he's won with Jacksonville. He's got the Colts close to the playoffs. Unfortunately, he beat us too.
Yeah.
And so it's like he can play. I know it's 9 interception is scary. But he will throw the ball. He will run out of the pockets. He'll make plays with his legs. So I don't want to shit on him. I think he'll be good. He'll be good.
Yeah. I was going for him the whole time, man. I think Aiden's great, but I don't know.
Yeah. I just thought Aiden should have done more. He had one more year with the playbook. I think he should have made quicker reaction. I mean, I knew the interception, I think, hit him the most, even though it shouldn't, just because it was the last play.
Yeah.
But I think that's really was like, that tipping point.
Yeah.
And it was over. But, like, if we start winning, everybody's going to forget. Yeah.
Look, all I got to say is, man, I was going for Minshew. And I hope he does great. I mean, I don't know what they're looking for in the preseason to not make a judgment call, and so quickly, or they took their time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I was going for Minshew because he's a veteran. He's won already. He had two teams that are mediocre.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't say the Raiders are going to go to the playoff without just anybody back there. But yeah, I think he earned it.
Yeah, I mean, and traditionally, our history has always been outside quarterbacks that won. We've drafted horribly since the beginning of time for quarterbacks.
I mean, seriously, right?
Like Plunkett, Flores, Rich Gannon, all of them from somebody else's team. And
right. Yeah, Stabler, Plunkett. Did we draft Stabler? I can't remember. I don't know. That's a fact I got to check up.
Maybe we did draft him, but still.
Yeah.
Knowing the Raiders, we probably didn't.
I mean, they're good at drafting punters. That's for sure. Punters and special teams.
Best.
So, yeah, man. Yeah. So, what do you think the pros and cons are for Minshew?
Pros, like I said, he will be able to be more aggressive with the ball. He will try to throw it downfield. He will be moving with his legs. That's the biggest negative of O'Connell. That's the one thing that I think if he was more mobile, he still would have won the job with that interception. But he's literally just a pocket guy. So that would probably be the biggest one. And he's a veteran. He's been there. He's done it. He's been on a losing team. He's been on the good side. He's technically never had a team like ours. Like Devontae Adams, still top 3 quarterback. I mean receiver in the league, and Brock Bowers. Everybody's talking about
Jacoby's good.
Jacoby Meyers is great. The best number 2 right now for us that we can have. And then I just saw a few articles about Trey Tucker that he's blowing up. Yeah, that they love him, so he might be our 3. And then the defense. That's one I want to see. Like I got hopes because of Graham. Did you see the roster cuts today?
Yeah. Look, actually, I actually got them.
Yeah, that was so apparently a couple of them were like people that Grams has had in his defense before.
Yeah.
So, with that defense, Minshew should theoretically get us to the number 2 seed. I don't know. The Chiefs are a whole different level. Even though we might beat them twice, but everybody else might lose to them. But we could sneak into the playoffs. We could probably do some damage with that defense.
It's gonna be tough with Harbaugh in the division now, and then you got Denver, that pretty looks pretty solid with Bo, right? I'm not gonna lie. I'm fearing that one.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I got to see that one. A lot of people, are they just don't know about him. They say that it's
yeah,
just the numbers just are like a mirage or something. Like
yeah,
I see the college stats; they look great. Like they
yeah.
look like the elite quarterback, but yet,
Well, he ranked first at some time, at some point. I think it was last year. At some point,
and
he
then
was like ranking first. Yeah, I don't know what
number
happened.
what, five, because it
Yeah,
was Caleb, Jaden, May,
yeah.
and then JJ McCarthy.
Oh wow.
Yeah, McCarthy over Bo.
Yeah.
So and then the Vikings were playoff ready team. So Bo Nix
Jeez.
would have been better than JJ because
Yeah.
JJ hardly threw the ball. So yeah, I mean that one I'm not too worried about. If he plays good, it's probably because Sean Payton's such a great offensive coach. But
Yeah.
yeah, other than that, I think I'd rather go with what we had right now with Aiden O'Connell over Bo Nix.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, no, we got to stick with it, right? We got no choice.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a big negative.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the pros of Minshew, but
Right.
honestly, if we go to the cons, I just think he reached his
Oh.
ceiling. But yeah, I mean, look, reached his ceiling. I don't think he's going to get really
Okay.
any better. He's just going to look better because he has a better team all around.
Yeah.
I did say he is going to be more aggressive throwing it, throwing and getting out of the pocket. But I think he had like 9 interceptions last year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nine interceptions, something like that. But 15 touch. And I mean, did he have the full year? Wasn't
no,
it?
no, because
No,
Anthony
it wasn't the
Richardson
full
was
year.
playing, yeah, and then he came in
Right.
for like the last 10 games or something like
Right.
that. Yeah,
Right.
maybe even more. But like I said, that's the other thing. It's enough games that he should have a
Yeah.
better stats for the veteran he is. But that would be it. And then the other thing would be Devontae Adams. Who did he want? If I
Yeah.
was the best thing as a coach could do for your best players, go up and say, hey, who do you want to throw the ball to you? Like, go to
Pretty
Crosby. Who do
much.
you want to lead the team, the offense? Who you think will give the defense a better chance to get some
Yeah.
rest?
Yeah.
These are the same guys that fought for his job. They told what's his name, owner's name. I forgot his name already. Mark Davis. They told him
Yeah.
like, hey, if you don't resign this guy, we're walking. Trade us, release us. So I think that he's the best thing he should do is like, hey, who do you guys want? And maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Maybe Devontae's like, I don't care, it's up to you, which would be irresponsible on his part. But I would have been love for him to be like, I want this guy, and he's the best chance we can to win.
Yeah. Devontae. I think I think he'll have a much better year than the last 2 years for sure.
Yeah,
So
stability, but that also means Minshew is going to be the starter if
yeah,
it's stability.
yeah, but I don't know. Is he a greedy guy? Yeah, who doesn't know that he doesn't? He's a greedy guy. After watching that Netflix thing, he's like, I'll do my best for the team, but I want a championship, right?
Yeah, I mean that
I want a championship.
like I mean I do believe him because he said it clearly like hey like it's mattered how it looks. It's like it's
Yeah,
not that I don't get that much catches or receptions, but we
yeah,
can't look that bad and I still don't get my catches and receptions.
right, right,
If
right,
we
right.
look great and I only got 4 or 5 receptions and we won, I'm happy. And I mean I know I'm definitely misquoting him, but that's how I took it and I just I you're an elite receivers, man. That Netflix documentary showed us like they literally have to do, they have to go all out every single play to not get the ball. You
Yeah,
know, it's tough. Especially when you're that dude. You're that
yeah.
dude.
When you've been
Like,
that dude,
yeah.
yeah.
Like, for me,
So
it's Justin Jefferson and Devontae Adams, and then everybody else they have like either
yeah,
exceptional
crazy.
speed or exceptional size. These
Yeah,
dudes are just ballers, and you can put him with the man still got 1,000 yards.
right,
with
right.
Garoppolo for
Yeah,
half of the season or more. So
and Jimmy G underthrowing the ball still.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
throwing it down the middle, crushing them.
man.
I didn't like Jimmy G on the team. I
I
hated it.
remember seeing all those games, but
Yeah,
you don't you get a bigger picture when it's all like in 1 hour or one day sitting. He's just like, wow,
Yeah,
that's brutal. So
that's
I
crazy. Yeah,
get it. I feel bad for him. But that's our guy.
that's our guy. That is, what do you think of the running back position right now? I mean,
I
Zamir
got.
White.
I like White. I mean, look, he's just one of
Yeah,
those like feed me, hard working. Kind of like Jacobs is.
yeah,
Doesn't talk too much. He just goes in and does the work. Yeah, I'm not saying he's going to be like Josh because Josh is super, super talented. Dude was fast, could run you
mm,
over. He was smart. Zamir, he's got some power in him, and he
yeah.
could definitely be your bell cow. But it's definitely looking like a multi back system. I don't know who. I can't remember who they kept. I don't know if you have the rosters in front of you. But if they kept Amir Abdullah and Lupe or Dane Lupe or other running back that
Oh,
we got,
Dylan Loeb. Yeah, 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 yeah.
that man's been blowing it
Dylan
up.
Loeb. Yeah.
Yeah, they love him at
I know,
practice.
I know, and I think I was just gonna say that he's probably my X factor. The guy who's gonna come out of nowhere, just like
Yeah,
Jess Jacobs did, and just blew everybody up. I think they did a good draft on that
yeah,
guy.
and I know they got the Masterson guy
Yeah,
from the Vikings, Anthony Masterson, I think it was his name, and he's supposed to be our other bell cow, and he's supposed to know the system pretty well as well.
okay.
So yeah, but I don't know if they kept him. I haven't. Far as I saw, like all the roster cuts, nobody was surprised. So I think he's still on the
Yeah,
team.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's I was just gonna say there's really nobody significant that was cut.
Yeah.
Everybody was Tyree Wilson or something like that, and
Byron Young
no,
was the big one, but they just cut him like today.
oh,
Yeah, 'cause a lot of people were like, he should be cut, he should be cut, and then they kept
what
him
position was this?
defensive tackle.
Okay,
Yeah, he was like a third round pick, either last year or a couple years ago. So that's why
yeah,
it's a big thing. He
yeah, yeah,
just,
yeah.
everything I've read about him, he just disappeared, and so
Wow.
and well, the most alarming thing I've read about him is that he's had the most snaps out of the entire defense,
Hmm.
and he has the least amount of tackles.
Damn,
Yeah, yeah. So
that's some lazy shit right there.
and he's like by miles. I think he only had like one. So
Jesus.
yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
That's not
So,
good. No wonder. But yeah, I didn't see anyone significant, and I was hearing could Loeb. I saw an article somewhere or something like that. Tweet probably. Could Loeb have made the team? And then he does, right? But I was like, why wouldn't he?
yeah, yeah. The
Pretty good
big
in
one.
college.
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, the one that I heard was what's this guy's name? The defensive end, Tyree Wilson. That they
Yeah,
cut and all this stuff. I was like, I don't know. I was like,
yeah,
I did see he disappeared, but he still has a lot of like athleticism that maybe it clicks.
yeah,
Maybe Christian playing football, changes something in him, or maybe they should just be a permanent defensive tackle because he did pretty good as a defensive tackle last year.
right,
So yeah, but yeah, other than that, man, I think everybody that should be there is there.
right.
Mostly undrafted guys and people we brought in that are mainly to fill the rosters were cut.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, we'll see, man. I mean, the defense as well. We're obviously going to rely on the defense
Yeah, that's
a lot more than
the bread and
anything.
butter.
Yeah, exactly. Max hangs in there, no injuries, knock on wood. Right. So
Christian Wilkinson, man, I was excited. I didn't care how much they paid. I was like, hey, you got to pay a pretty penny for the best DT in the game,
yeah,
and you got to get Crosby help. And look what's his name? Debo? Was it? Is it Debo? Though? No, no, no. Our other defensive end. I forgot his
let me
name.
see.
Because Debo is our linebacker. Um, it's gonna be the top of him, but he blew up. He last year he had like one game where he had 3 sacks. I think it was the Chargers game where we dropped like 50 on them.
Yeah. I forgot his name too. I know you're talking about
Let's see. All right, let me just tell you
Mad
right.
Max.
Malcolm Kuntz.
Yeah.
Malcolm Kuntz.
How the hell that?
Yeah,
Yeah. You're right.
that guy blew up. If he can continue, we might have the
Yeah.
scariest line. It might remind me of the Giants year with Strahan and Pierre
Damn.
Paul
Yeah.
and all them. Yeah, because Christian Wilkinson, his big negative was run stopping, but he can pass rush. He can pass rush. And who are you going to double? 350-pound athletic defensive tackle or Crosby, the meth head, meth
Pretty
head,
much.
meth head motor? That guy does not stop. And he's like, that's a scary defense. And then Combs, he just has that confidence. Like just after that game, just like looking at his interviews after the locker room, he just looked like somebody different. He looked like he was just an animal ready to explode. So I think we're gonna have like maybe the scariest defensive line, And if our defensive line is great, everything else looks better.
So what do you think the record's gonna be looking like?
Ooh. Hey, we should just do a prediction right now.
Woo!
Let's do the Raiders schedule.
Dang, okay.
Put you on the spot.
Well, we know the Chiefs and then the Ravens. And I'll say definitely the Chiefs, the Chargers and the Ravens.
Yep.
So I'll definitely go with over the Chargers. The Ravens, they got to the playoffs, but who knows, right?
Right, who knows, exactly.
So, but yeah, they got to beat the Ravens. I think they're good enough. Definitely the Panthers. Definitely the Browns. Definitely Broncos. Kick the Broncos' ass.
Yeah, we have to go. We have to.
Steelers, you gotta beat the Steelers for the old man's sake.
I mean, it's Russell Wilson. We know that.
It's officially Russell Wilson, not the kid.
Officially.
Oh wow. Okay.
They just named it. They actually just named it this morning.
Okay. Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up right here. Season. All right. So week 1 at the Chargers. That one's going to be a little tricky. I think we'll take that one because it's going to be like our welcome to the NFL. Ravens, I think we'll lose. So right there, 1-1 in Baltimore. Panthers, I think it's going to be an easy win depending on how we should play. So that's 2-1. Browns, where's that playing at? In Oakland? In Vegas?
Yeah, in Vegas. I wish it was Oakland, boy.
Right. I wish. I think we'll take it. It depends. If the Browns are as good as they were last year, then we might lose it. But I don't think Deshaun Watson is that good.
Yeah.
I think we'll be. Was it 3-1 right there? 3-1.
Right. Yep.
Okay, 4-1, easy. Broncos.
5.
Yeah, 5 with Steelers.
No, that was actually 3-1. Yeah, you're with the Ravens. You're right.
Yeah,
and the Steelers. That's it. I can see 6-1 right there at that point, and then the Rams.
Well, we 5-1 with the Steelers because 6 weeks.
Oh, that's right.
5 wins, yeah. And then the Rams are pretty good. We might lose to the Rams. We might lose to them. They might even compete with the Niners in their division.
Yeah.
They can go head to head. So I think
I can definitely see that too. Yeah, the Rams are gonna be tough. Too.
So 5-2, just to give
5-2 at that point, and then of course the Chiefs. Well, what are you gonna do there
in Vegas? Oh yeah, we're gonna win that one. We're 6-2. 6-2.
6-2.
6-2. Bengals.
The Bengals.
We'll probably lose. 6-3. Yeah, 6-3.
You think so? I think that you think they're doing good, the Bengals, this year.
I think Burrow is just that dude. I think better.
He hasn't played the same after his injuries, though.
That's true, but that would be his third one that he's come off of it, and then he's played really good off of the other.
Okay, all right, I'll give you that then.
He made it to the Super Bowl off one of them.
We got handed to by the Dolphins last year. Was it last year or the year before? I can't remember. Tyree took his all.
Year before, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
we got handed to. I can't remember. I remember watching the game. We got handled.
It was like right after like our really big or crazy win, and then they came and beat us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I do remember.
Okay, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
And at Dolphins, so yeah, we can give it to them. We'll be what, 6-3?
6-3.
Wait,
6-3.
No.
Yeah, 6-3.
Oh yeah,
5-3.
Well, because that'll be 6-3. Be 9 games, and we're week 11.
Win, loss, win. Okay, win, loss, win, loss. 5.
6-5.
The Chiefs in Kansas City.
Ooh, 7-5.
Mahomes.
Yeah, 7-5. 8-5 with the Buccaneers.
8-5. All right, cool.
8-5.
Who's their QB? Is it still
Baker Mayfield?
Baker Mayfield? Yes.
He can play.
He's a cockroach, man. He's a cockroach.
Cockroach. He's a State Farm cockroach.
Seriously. All right. Then we got Falcons.
Falcons is the team I'm not sure about. It is in Vegas, so we might be able to get the win. But if they happen to be very good, that's going to be like a real challenge right there. But a lot of people think they're going to be winning their division. I still think we would probably beat them since it's in Vegas. So I'll take that as a win. Jaguars, I think will be another win. And then the good old car game. We're winning.
I know that's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna watch that. I mean, depending, we'll probably be like, what was it? Where are we at again?
I forgot.
Don't worry, we can edit this out.
Perfect. Yeah, Chargers. So 1. Ravens lost. So 1-1. Panthers win. Browns win. Broncos win. Steelers win. Rams lost. So we're 5-2.
Yep.
And the Chiefs win. So 6-2. Bengals lost. 6-3. Bye week. Dolphins lost. 6-4. Broncos win. 7-4. Chiefs win. 8-4. Buccaneers win 9-4. Falcons win 10-4. 11-4 with the Jaguars. 12-4 with the Saints. And then the Chargers.
12-4 by the time we get to Saints. That's what you think?
Yep. So we'll be 13-4 when we beat the Chargers on week 8 in Vegas.
Yeah.
Week 18 in Vegas.
13-4. That's hopeful. That's hopeful.
Raiders personnel.
I was going 9-7, but looking at the schedule, I mean, it's doable.
It's doable, man.
It's doable.
Like the only ones that can flip flop, obviously, is the divisional games. Maybe not the Broncos. I think the Broncos are gonna be like the worst team in the league.
Right.
But like we could split with the Chargers.
Of course,
yeah, and donkeys. We could split with the Chargers, and we could split with the Chiefs. I don't think this is the most confident I've ever felt that we won't get swept by the Chiefs.
Right.
It's just too much going on.
We swept them last year.
Yeah.
Was it one-score games? I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think one of them was a one-score game.
Yeah.
Right?
And then the other one, we didn't score the entire second half, and we whooped them.
I love it.
Yeah, Jack Jones, man.
All right, 12-4. You heard it here first, baby.
Yep, 12-4. Playoffs.
Or 13-4. I can't remember.
One of them, whatever 12. Equals 17.
It's 17 games, man.
17 games.
17 games.
Yeah.
So 12-4. No, it should be 13-4. That's 17 right there.
13-4 then, yeah. So 13 wins. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's the best. That's the better teams in the league.
Yeah. I know. Oh, shit, man. I'm really hopeful. I am rooting on the Raiders, man. Let's see it happen.
Yeah.
See next week.
Next week.
Are we gonna do this next week?
Yeah.
Oh, no. After the first game, it's not this weekend. It's the next weekend. So this is Labor Day weekend.
September 8th is week 1.
September 8th, week 1.
And
I'm doing it the Wednesday after that.
Yes. And brought to you right here, Raiders Personnel.
Raiders Personnel, baby.